Good morning, good morning. So it is about 10 o'clock in the morning, or going on 10 o'clock. So I don't know the exact time. I don't have my watch on right now. I'm not real made up, as you can see. So this is the morning routine. So it's actually 10:34, so it's later than I thought. I was tired, and I didn't sleep last night very well, so I finally fell asleep, and when I fell asleep, I didn't get up. So not always so good, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of the morning routine. So when I get up, first thing I do is I get dressed because it's too cold not to, right? So if you notice my shirt, she is strong. Yes, you better be if you're doing this. You can't give up. I'm in a nice quiet place. I'm going to be moving around a bit, but I'm in a nice quiet place, thank the Lord. And there's a field next to me, so nothing next to me. A high fence on the other side, but they probably could see over if they wanted to. I think everybody's gone. One of the advantages I have is that when people are gone, then I can get ready and nobody bothers me. Stay. So Lola wants to come out, but I don't want her to come off of the bed yet. So when I get up in the morning, I make my bed. So this is the first thing. So you're going to get up and attempt to make your bed. There's Lola, if you can see her there. Now, the clothes on my bed are there for a reason. I'll talk about that in a little bit. That pillow's there for a reason. Yeah, it's kind of tore up still, but not bad. It's good so that I can get in it tonight. And you make your bed. Put things that belong at the foot of the bed down there, which is what I do. And then, yeah, so there's that. Jackeries are not put away yet, so I have a jackery that's out on the desk here. So that's here. That's going to go down on the floor because I don't want it to fall off of there. So I'm going to start. These weigh 23 pounds, so forgive me if I make a little noise when I'm trying to move it. That goes down on the bottom. Now my desk is cleared off a bit. I ran out of toilet paper, so I had to get out new toilet paper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this phone here. Hopefully it'll stay. I don't know if it, well, let's try it up here. Maybe it'll stay here. Looks like it has a ledge. It might be able to catch on and doesn't fall off. There we go. So I have, this is where I keep my pills and things, my vitamins and such. Anyway, so this one corner, I know you can't see all of the corner. I'll show you in just a minute. So I'm going to take, I made my little toilet paper roll on this shelf here. I mean a paper towel roll. I'm going to do the same thing with the toilet paper. Oh, good heavens, where did this toilet paper come from? This was supposed to be like one of those strong ones. It's like see-through. Yeah, I don't like them like that. Anyway, I think that was a Scott brand or something. We won't be buying that brand again. But that's the only one that had 4. Because you're not going to buy like 20 rolls, you know what I'm saying? So I made my own little thing out of a bungee cord. So it goes on the bungee cord. And then I'm going to hook that onto, these shelves have, it's a metal shelf. So I'm going to put that there. Stand this up, you can see it better, so that's there. Now, there's the potty. I put the top on it. So when I get up, I take the bag that's inside of it, I wrap it all up real good. We don't need to be seeing nothing, you know what I'm saying? And so, trying to find a place to put this phone so you can see better. Maybe I will have to put it down lower. And so what I'm going to do now is, there you go. So that's the potty. So there's a plant. This is a top that goes on it. This is a top that comes with it. And I've got it set up for next time. So there's a bag around it. I buy the Depends and I cut them in half because they absorb better. And then I put paper towel, like the 3, you know, you can tear them in half, like the half sheets. 3 of those half sheets, so like 1.5 sheets in there. This is clean. This is a clean one now. I took out the you know, stuff from nighttime. And, you know, anything that was in it is gone. It's not clean. So now I'm going to latch this up. I can't get it to latch on all sides. I did it one time. And I have an ottoman here that's so square. So then I store the things for the potty in there. This is going to go inside. A little bit of persuasion. Not too bad though. This will make sure it's all the way in. So give me a second. Because those little things that stick out sometimes they catch. I want to make sure I'm going by feel right now because I don't want to take the top all the way up. There we go. And then you close up your ottoman. Well, this is what I do. And then, whoopsies. I want to get it on there right so it doesn't, you know. Now I can use it like a seat. Because inside, it's inside the actual box part. And then the top just goes on. And then here's the pillow. Move my curtain so you can see what I'm doing. That goes there. That way it doesn't topple off. And that other pillow that was sitting on the bed goes here. During the night, I use this other little pillow as like part of my step stool. Because I have a step stool to get on the bed. But it's a little too low. So I use the pillow on top so I can step on it. My curtain's going to get rolled up a bit. Put back here. Now that's done. So when you get up, you are not going to open that door. You are not going to throw anything outside. You are not going to move around to the point where everybody can see you. You are just going to clean up. So what you're going to do. And my lips have been so dry because of the weather. There's like a chapstick type thing. So my other Jackery is on a seat right here, the piano bench. That sits there. I'm going to move that to the floor after I use it. But what I'm going to do is make breakfast. But I'm not going to make breakfast here. Do not hang around. Like, just get up, get ready to go. Now, I would like to change shoes today. But I'd have to get out and go to the front and go looking. I don't want to take that kind of time. So, it's not raining right now. It rained during the night. Which is why I suspect it's kind of quiet. God, these, aren't these cute? And I don't like clogs, but these were too cute to pass up. So, being that I'm wearing black and blue today, they have a hard bottom. So I'm going to put them on. And I just bought them. I got enough shoes. Not like I don't have shoes, but they're Stitch, you know. I had my Stitch shirt on. I wear my Stitch shirt because I teach the kids later today. I'm getting my shoes on if you're wondering what I'm doing off camera a little bit. Slide my feet in there. Okay. Just got my shoes on. Got my jeans on. Got my bra on. 2 long sleeve shirts and a short sleeve shirt. Because it's cold. So I'm going to do that. Now, for now, we're not going to get all la-di-da with our hair. But this is what you do before you leave. You don't want anybody to see you looking sloppy. Like, you don't want to look like, hey, you know, like, I'm a homeless person, and I got this van, and you don't want to look like that. So you are going to, when you get up in the morning, you are going to fix yourself up to a certain extent. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You are going to fix yourself up to a certain extent. This town doesn't really seem to have, oh, there goes my lovely chandelier, doesn't have too many signs or rules about no parking because it's the area that I'm in. It's, like I said, there's a field on one side and the street's on the other side, so there's not much around. I don't think I'm going to put my hair down because I'm going to put my hat on. I've been wearing a lot of hats lately, which I know kind of damages your hair sometimes, but I'm doing that because I do not want to have my hair all over the place. So let me, I had a really good afternoon yesterday. We'll talk about that in a little bit. If I remember, because I got a lot of things on my mind right now. And then we're going to put, like, there you go. That little hat on there. So there we go. It says Jesus on the top. It's my pin that I put on the hat. I always find pins that I had or like and use those. Now, what I'm going to do is I had shoes yesterday and I put them in this little container down here. But they don't go in that container. So these are the shoes I wore yesterday. Got them at Walmart too. These actually were in the guys department, but they're so easy. You just slide them on. No ties. And sometimes, you know, you want to be able to get moving, to stepping, right? So you're not going to be, well, let me tie my shoes and buckle and put pretty things on them and la 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 la. No, you're not. You're just going to get up and get moving. So there's that. My laundry is in a bag over on the side. And anything I've worn is like when I don't work, like for 2 days, I'm like, well, why am I changing all my clothes all the time? I'm not playing in the dirt, you know what I mean? I'm just going around town. So I took my potties cleaned up. It goes in a garbage bag. So you take that bag out, wrap it up, tie it up, and then it goes in a garbage bag. So the garbage bag is already in the front. I don't want to deal with anything back here garbage-wise. I get as much as I can up in front. I do have a bottle of tea I did not finish. So I have another one up front that I had for during the day yesterday. This is going to go down here. And then I'll gradually combine the two of them. So now that's done and out of the way. So I've got the camera tilted that way for a reason. So just give me a second. So I at least have on lip gloss. And I have my foundation on. I wasn't going to come on here looking too rough for you. And paper towel roll, cardboard, again up front with the garbage, all gonna go up front. You don't want to be messing with stuff. Oh, there goes my, it's gonna slide around a little bit here because of what it's setting on. I don't want it to fall off though. That's the big thing. Let's see if I can get it down. No, it doesn't want to cooperate, so now hold it if I have to. But yeah, you don't want to be having stuff around. So like all the garbage, like I said, that goes up front. So, and I know I overslept, but I tell you, there's nights, I think it's a thing when you get older. I'm going to ask the doctor when I do see her. My new doctor, the one that I really like, I got to go back to her. Because the other ones that I've had have been horrible. I've had 2 from the same company, and it's called Optimum Care and Optum Care or Optum, whatever it is. Anyway, one doesn't want to listen to a thing I'm saying. She wants to talk over me, and the other one wants to give me medication that's going to make my bones more brittle than they already are, since I've been diagnosed with osteoporosis. And I asked, well, if it makes my bones more brittle, why would I want to take it? She says, well, what's the difference? Your bones are brittle anyway. The answer is that, y'all. So, yeah. But anyway, let me put this. This goes up in the front. It's in the corner here in the front. So, that's a cup holder spot that I just left that. There's a holder there. I know my shirt's on. No, my shirt's on right. I'm just moving around a lot. So, I always put a sheet up in the front to, even though I have a Reflectix in there, because the sheet, I bought the sheet. I could have bought just one of those curtains, you know. But you know what? The sheet was cheaper. And an Eclipse curtain, one of them was double the price I paid for the sheet set. So I just got a little, or actually just a sheet, sorry, flat. Just a flat black sheet. So I bought that at Walmart, and Walmart will become one of your best friends, because a lot of the things you need, you can get at Walmart. So now, toothbrush is there. Yeah, I know people brush their teeth in their van. It's like me, I want to have running water. I want that to move away from me. It's something about teeth, you know. I had a friend that couldn't stand feet, you know. She'd be like, oh, feet, I can't stand. I'm okay with that. You can have some nasty toes, I don't care. But anything to do with teeth and oh, that makes me nauseous. Anyway, so now Lola's still in the back. So she's, just quietly staying there. And she's wrapped in blankets, so she's warm. So now the street, I tried a new street last night, and it's pretty wide. And I love it because on the one side here, I'll show you in a little bit, well, I don't want to like be pointing at people's houses and freaking them out, but there's the side of somebody's house and then their backyard, and then the next one is just the back of a house. There's a fence there. There's one of those 6-foot fences, And so then they have a street, and of course the curb and all. And then on this other side that I'm at, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. There's a field and there's trees. I'm like, So that's why I came here. Now, I had a small bag of garbage from last night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bigger bag that has the potty stuff. That goes over here. The little one goes over there. Walmart has tons of garbage cans in the parking lot. And then there's one over by Petco that I'm not too far from. And so I will immediately, that's the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the garbage. I'm not too far from my work either. And my work says, well, you can come and use our garbage can anytime you want, no problem. So, I have places to take the garbage, so. And then, of course, the tray. This is what the pickle juice was in. I do pickle juice shots because it's not alcohol. It's literally pickle juice. And I drink that because of my cramps in my legs. And if I don't drink it, my cramps get really bad. So. Now, once you're back, I've got the Jackery. So if you look in the back, let's see if I can just pick up the whole thing with it even in the case. So yeah, so there's the back. So she's still on the bed back there. I've got a vest back there on the bed. She's waiting for me. And then, but I mean, it's a clear, you can walk right straight through, right? You want to keep that as clean as you can because this is not a build out. I don't have the fancy cupboards and, although I did see a cupboard I really liked and I'd like to put it in here and switch out that other thing. But I put more of those drawers I got from At Home because they are really nice. I got my clothes so organized. I'm gradually getting more organized as I go, and you will. It's going to take you a minute, so don't be like, oh, yeah. You're not going to be comfortable right away. But now, so here's the thing. I gotta find my keys, which I knew where they were last night. Hold on. There's days, that I grab everything right away, and I know I'm a little discombobulated only because I'm so tired, or was tired. I'm getting better, I feel better now. But, when you first get up. So I'm just gonna take the holder that the phone is in and just walk around with it. And I have on, by the way, I have on 3 pairs of socks because it's so cold. Ah, there's my keys. So she's still waiting for me. So she's right there on the bed. The vest is here. What you about? Not yet. Not yet. Get back there. No. Lay down. Not yet. No. It's not ready. I'm getting my keys out. See, now would not be a time to pick her up. Because if I go to pick her up now, and I got to carry her to the front because she can't jump. So that's too far. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to start the car, but I'm going to put the keys. That's why I wanted to get them for you. I'm going to put the keys and put them in here. Because I'm not on BLM land, and I'm not in a field, and I'm not in a campground, So when I do this, I want to get moving along. I don't want to be like, oh, well, la. No. So what I'm going to do is pull my one thing. Now, this is the side. It's a field with trees, and there's a sewer thing there. Yeah, there's a sidewalk there, though. So if somebody be walking a dog, because there are houses further back on this side, you don't want them up here walking their dog and seeing what you're doing. So, although this is a working neighborhood, people get up, they go to work. They don't hang around. I'll show you the surroundings in there, but it's pretty though. It really is pretty. To be honest with you, I'm not sure where I'm at. I know that sounds crazy, but, and I might drive around this neighborhood just to kind of see where I'm at, because I went a different way. I usually make a turn. I usually make a left turn into streets out here. And today I made a right turn, or last night rather, I made a right turn and I found this spot. I was like, hey, this is like golden, you know? So I'm going to now take reflectors on my front window. This is when you want to get to stepping. You don't want to be, get moving. You don't want to be poking around here. You're like, oh, well, I think I'll just take my time. You want to be moving. Now I'm going to get up and I'm going to pop this in that. There was a basket, that container back there. It's actually a liner from a garbage can. I had a small garbage can. You take this, get this out of here. Kids are in school today, so that's why there's not a ton of them around. They leave at 7:30, the school schedule, I know, because of my grandkids. They leave early, get the bus early. School starts really early out here for kids. So there. My one Reflectix is in the one window. And then that's why I'm standing up, because I'm putting it in that thing. So pardon my behind. My back is to you. And then the other one. Now I'm kind of straightening up Lola's blankets as well. So when she gets up, I do have her food up front. I can just, I'll show you. But this is what you do in the morning. So, and then I'll kind of show you around. There's that house. Now, they have an upstairs back window, bedroom window, and the lights were on last night. Now there's somebody walking way up there. So you know that before that person gets over here, and they may not be even coming this way. I don't know. I ain't gonna sit around here and wait and find out. So I'm gonna put all these reflectors in this bin. So I'll keep talking to you, but I'm gonna disappear just for a second. I'm gonna go get the dog. Come on. Go. So she's nice and warm. She's toasty warm. Okay. We're gonna have flying doggies. It's okay, I got you. So here comes flying doggies. Wee, jump. Okay, and she jumps onto her seat. And now, wherever that person is walking, or whoever that person is walking, she sees them already. Shush. Hey, no, I don't want you making noise. Don't start. Make sure all my lights are off up here. I had one on to show you what I was doing. Take that off quick. Put my glasses on. That's what I'm doing back here, and I'll straighten out the blankets just a wee bit more. So at night I don't have to fuss with that. Come out from the back. See, I got these curtains are valuable, though. The Eclipse curtains for back here. Nobody can see through them. All right, here's my seat. Captain's chair. Captain and my co-pilot here is ready. That person disappeared, so they might have been walking across the street and keep going. Maybe their house is that way. People go for walks in the morning. You don't know where the heck they're going. She wants to eat, but I'm not going to feed her till we get to a safer spot. And it's not that it's dangerous. I don't mean safer in that, I don't mean that way. I just mean safer in that I want to get done. Now, I don't know what that street is up there, but there's a lot of cars that go up and down that one street. So I do want to see the street sign. And there's one going down. Is he going to turn? Yeah, he's turning. Oh, he's turning the opposite way. I don't know what the name of the street is. So I may just turn around and go back out the way I come. Now behind me, because I'm looking at my rearview mirror, there's a truck that's pulling in to somebody's garage there. Maybe they work nights and they're coming home. Maybe they went to the store in the morning. I don't know. But we are going to get, sorry about my hand. I know it's like blocking you there. I'm just plugging in the phone. I want to make sure when I turn the car on, it's going to be charged. Got my watch on. And I have my vest back there that I wore yesterday, so I know my wallet's in there. Yeah, that's a guy coming home from work, so you can see. See, watch. You got to look at your surroundings, and if you no, you sit down because that's how you're going to cause an accident. She wants to jump on my lap, and I love her. Don't get me wrong, but we are not doing that. Hopefully, this will only pick up this and not. Yeah, see, I've got Pandora on here, and I don't know how to disconnect it. Let me see if I can. Up, turned off the radio. It also, the